So I wasn't sure if I was gonna leave this part out of the video. It did take me like a minute to explain what I do to prepare myself before I do a painting. And then, it was a little bit too long, so I shorted it down to like 7 seconds. So you can like pause it if you want to see what I'm doing. Drag it. There you go. Da-da-da. Smart. That's how I help myself out. So I just did a Rick and Morty painting, but since my brother's birthday is coming up and he really loved the previous Rick and Morty painting, my mom wanted to give him a painting that I made, so, well, she is... Sorry. I'm just gonna fold my laundry while I'm doing the story time, because then I'm doing something productive while still doing something that I like. So there was a time when I used to work at Starbucks. This is the exact infamous Starbucks that I used to work at, and oh my god, that's Renee. Oh. And I worked there for about 2 years. So a lot happens in 2 years when you work full time. It was bright and early. The milk delivery came very early that day. And we got like 2 cages full of milk. You know, just racks and racks of milk. Usually in the mornings we're just 2 people. Me and Natalia. And the milk came in and you know, there was no people in the store. I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you seeing this? I think an alien is trying to communicate with me. I just do not know what it means. So if you're like an expert on this, please let me know in the comments. We were just so busy with this milk situation that we didn't notice this strange guy who came in. He was suddenly down in the merchandise section, which was in the other end. He seemed very strange, so I decided to go down there and check on him. Hi. Excuse me? Excuse me? Hi, sir. And he turned around and his jacket was just loaded with coffee beans, you know? Yeah, so you would have to pay for those beans. Oh, could you please empty your jacket? He didn't even bother to zip it all the way up. It was just like zipped to like here, so I could see all the bags. I'm like, dude, I can see the coffee beans. Give us the beans back, please.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this.
And so this is where, you know, Natalia decided to leave the milk, came down to my rescue. And, you know, Natalia is, she's from Moldova. You know, she's not scared of anything. And for those of you who still have no clue about what country I'm talking about, I feel like we can move on now. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Yeah, you give us those bags now. And so he went to the door, and Natalia, fierce as she was, she would like grab him. You don't leave the store. And when she did that, he went like, whoo. Natalia was like, whoo. And I was like, whoo. Do not touch this man. He is... I immediately called the police. So a man just ran off with our beans and he almost hit us. Yeah, ma'am, I need you to file a report. File a report, but we can't really do much about that. So what can I say? Maybe Starbucks, the Starbucks I was working at should have hired more people to take care of that kind of stuff. Maybe we should have the merchandise and all the coffee beans somewhere else where they couldn't just run off like that. Maybe the police is not here for the citizens. Many decisions could be made. They were just not made. Then I got really hungry and decided to make pancakes. I've always wanted to do this. Let's do this one in slow motion. Since I haven't used my suitcase in forever, I felt like I needed an excuse to use it, so I went to visit my not so long distant friend, but far away enough to need a suitcase friend, and just like that, I was in Narnia. Then I saw the opportunity to go ice skating, but that was too dangerous for me, so I had to leave. Then we saw these awesome trees in the lake, so we had to go back to get some pictures. Overall, it was a nice getaway. I got to see this tree lady, I got to cuddle some cats, and then go back home to finish what I started, my painting. I'm beginning to notice that I am headed in another direction than my reference picture. I'm really feeling that hippie 70s vibes in the background, you know, the lava, like blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going with the flow, living in the moment, see what happens. You probably don't care, but if you have eyes, you probably noticed that the quality of the video has gotten better in a matter of minutes, and that is simply because this video have taken me a month to make, and I got better at using my camera in the meantime. So right now I'm in the studio. You can hear the sound is very nice in here, and that's because I'm sitting in my sofa, my old sofa. I will show you. And I'm not gonna go into detail about why I have a sofa in my bedroom. I don't have time. I'm just kidding. I have plenty of time. It's just that it's really not that interesting. Trust me. But what I do find interesting is that I took to Instagram to ask the following question. Can you wear a swimsuit as a bodysuit in public? And 14% said no. If you're like the 86% and think it's socially acceptable to wear a swimsuit as a bodysuit in public, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Be a part of the team. We are practically twins by now. And if you're a part of the 14%, still subscribe. Sorry, I don't look decent. It's just I took a shower and I didn't care to brush my hair. Oh my god, that rhymed. I have a schedule and I'm way overdue with this painting. Because my big brother's birthday was January the 23rd. So... Mind you, I filmed this at the end of February and that's why I'm stressed. Cool transition. Ooh. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you tried to pop a pimple and it wasn't ripe enough, so it ended up looking a lot worse than when you started? I am covering up these blue dots because I regret those, and my cover up is just so bad. So a friend of mine have talked me into downloading this app called TikTok. I don't know if you know it. I'm just kidding. We all know what TikTok is. I've just been avoiding this app for as long as I could, mostly because I know that it drives people to addiction. So now that I've made my decision, might as well have a little bit of fun with it. Should I go with Camilla Svensson 27? That totally makes sense. Or should I go with Camilla Svensson Art, which is the username that I'm also using for Instagram? It was a tough call. I can tell you this much. I was not prepared for this. I was so confused when I was looking at this app. Luckily, I eventually figured out how it worked, and you can go ahead and check that out. But for now, please stay on this video. So it is literally the day before I have to give my brother this painting, and I just discovered that there is a hole in the canvas. Was I about to cry? Yes. I'm just gonna act like a professional for once, find myself a needle and some thread, and get to work. So I taped my canvas, painted the sides black, peeled off the tape again. And now I'm officially done. So now that I finally finished this painting, I can finally finish this video that you're watching. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. Bye!
I'm hiding.
From what?
Oh, this is fun. What are you doing?
Embrace yourself.